Hello, everybody. Hello, Yumini-chan. Oh, it just popped in. Fix my hair a bit. There you go. Something like this. I have no idea. Oh, I'm so in for tea right now. I'm a bit cold and tired and you know, that typical winter stuff. So worth the wait. Hello, Sonic Food. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this tea because Tula gave me this tea in a package, like a little plastic bag, little plastic bag with tea in it, 5 grams. So I have no idea how to prepare it, but because it's an oolong and I can see that it's tightly rolled, I think this is something that can really unfold. But I'm kind of thinking, like, I do have my teapot over here right now. Yeah, that could be fun. I haven't been brewing teapot style for a while, so maybe this teapot is nice for today. So what do we have? I have received Gao Shan. And I think this is Taiwanese oolong for what I could find online with all the information. But I have not found any instruction on how to correctly prepare it. But because it's an oolong, oolong always tastes good, I guess. So I haven't really had a bad oolong anyway. So I think we're good. Hello, Ghost Bard. Good evening. Check the photo on pictures of life channel. Oh, you mean on Discord? Blah, 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 blah. Yay, you could log in! Yay! Oh, wait. Pictures of life, do you mean that one? Yay, you have a double tea combo with coffee, champ, and pour. Nice. And lunar snack platter. I don't have a snack platter. Oh, those looks tasty. What do you have? These look tasty. Are there little salt flakes on there? Yeah, I'm excited as well. So, Tula, since wait up, my neighbor is also asking me a few things. I was trying to search up some information, but it was a bit hard to find the information. But the only thing that I found was like 5 grams for 150 milliliter teapot. I think that would be my teapot, actually. So I also bought the big cups, cause why not? I might be drinking alone. I'm not completely sure, but Carnival in your town. Does the tea have frikandel flavors? No? Okay, good choice. If it's not. I don't think it's frikandel flavor, but I do think when I smell at it, it actually has a very fruity, but also like sour kind of smell. So I'm looking forward to this one. What should we keep this one on 95? Smells good. So, Tula, if you would say like, no, that's too much water, let me know, because we are going to use the 5 grams anyway. Looks lovely. It really smells good. Oh, beehive crackers. Oh, it really looks good on that picture. I also want some. Okay. Teacam. For those who are wondering what they look like, there are little balls in there. So, webcam also shows a little bit things better, I think. Yeah. The Ziploc was really a good one. Hey, if it works, right? So, I'm just gonna prepare it in the teapot because I haven't used it for a while, so I you could really smell this one through the package almost. Like I was first thinking like, do you use a specific hand cream or do you use a specific perfume or did you maybe perfume the cards that you sent me with it? I was like, what is the smell of this? Well, I was looking at I opened up the tea bag. I was like, oh, it's the tea, really? He didn't message you about the Oh no. Sonic Phone also just arrived, so no worries. No worries. So let's warm up some of the gear because it has been very cold in the house as well, so letters are more important. No, food is important. Don't forget that. Food is important. So should I pop up some kind of a alarm or something on the on Discord? I hope I can sit this way comfortable enough because I don't know why, but my back is really popping up badly. I am going to warm up the cups. And because Puer didn't got so much water last time. I do have a teapot, but I don't give it much tea as I want to give it actually. Make this strong. Okay, strong. Okay, wait up. Make this strong, as in like, do I dead steep it every time or? Ooh, that's an interesting smell. Wow. Wait. Wait, what? Oh, this is funny. Actually, when you smell them like dry from the package, they really have this kind of a hit of sourness to it. Now in this warm teapot, there's also, I do not know why, but I want to say milk and cookies kind of something, but is my hunger taking over again? There is something creamy to it. The big sourness that I just had, the dry part, that just, it's like not the main smell. It has something milky to it. Oh, that's a good one also. Oh no, small little cotton, like those cotton tea bags. Oh, okay. Maybe I should just start brewing. Okay, but you say brew it strong. Okay, so does that mean like, do I go for a full minute? Because what I saw online was this guy was actually doing 30 seconds on the 6 grams in a guy one. And you know, I always do drink the rinse as well, so but this guy didn't do it. 45 seconds. Yeah, I think that's a good one indeed. Ooh, reunion dinner. Nice. Okay. I think this first tip is on the light side, but keep in mind because they're little balls, I always think that they will become loose. Oh, they started to open up already. It smells so good. Ooh. I love how it takes on different notes. You get this sour note, and then you get something like a creamy note. Hello, hubby. Ooh. Jeez, you can keep smelling this one. It has such a pleasant smell. And also because a lot of the oolongs that I have smelled the last couple of times, it's just a lot of them smelled like chocolate, and this is really like milky. I would like to say milky. So I am going to drink the rinse though, so I am that type of person. What do we have for color? Right now, we do have a very light color. So because this is the first brewing, and also the dry tea itself were little balls. So I think they will go darker later, but I don't know if my hubby wants tea as well. A little bit to where? What is my... I don't... What? Yeah, but he is gaming, so... I'm not sure if he... I mean, he said maybe, so... Your tea is ready! Oh, I just heard you say coming over. Mmm! Ooh, this is refreshing. Wait, why does it taste like... Ooh, this almost tastes like warm milk. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Okay. The plum doesn't hit indeed, but... Mmm. Oh, wow. His face like... Oh, I wish you could have seen his face. Okay, I will steep the... No, not peach. I will steep the other one a little bit longer, but... Mmm. To me, there's something milky. Yeah, it's like a soy milk, but creamy. There's something creamy to it. But also the cup, it really smells so creamy. I think this is more... It tastes more milky than the milky oolong, actually. Mm. Plum. It is, right? My husband says he agrees. And this one was a cheap tea, right? Yeah, that's really a steal. For 50 grams, 10 euros for 50. Can you send, okay, send us the link again. Like, do it again. Oh, it's really good. I really like this first steeping. Really, I did. Oh, Because my husband is a little bit like on the sick side. When he blows his nose, he gets a peachy kind of flavor to it. But it's plum actually. Yes, it's the tea we're talking about. Oh, very, very pleasant, very pleasant. So, I'll do a second brewing in a few seconds. Few minutes. First, I want to know how you guys are doing. How is everybody doing? How has your week been going? It is milk oolong. Well, that explains. But this one tastes a lot better than the one that I first tasted. What I am going to do, open up the link on my mobile phone. It's the last time that I did it over there. Something broke the internet. Wait, can I? My back is really hurting. There we go. I put it in my notes. Ah, so good. You cannot you cannot start to describe your Valentine's date. It's dry. Cool spot. There is something fun in The Sims. The news. I cannot buy it yet, but The Sims is actually having Dynasty and Legacy thing coming out. And you actually, I saw the video and they do the ballroom dancing like you do. And I was looking at it like, I want this. They were also really nicely holding it. And I also saw some of the movements and also sword fighting and stuff like that. I was like, guys, I need to go to Japan and I need to pay for my study. I cannot buy The Sims as well. So I think I just have to wait for another year or something. But the first thing that popped up in my mind was like, you. I was thinking about it like, I know you don't play The Sims, but still. So have you been dancing or? Now the sour tone comes back, like the fruity sourness. But still the hint of milk in the background. I'm going to brew the second one. Let's see. Why is there a message pinned? I have no idea why he pinned the message, but there. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna read over there. Thank you. Yeah, I do have some bangs right now, and they're curly bangs. It's really I really wanted to shape something in my face this time. Okay, I think we almost passed a minute, so this should be a bit stronger. Again, I am using a bigger teapot, but you were debating whether it has aroma or not, but the flavor is consistent. Normally with aroma it's gone after 1 or 2 brews. I'll keep my nose on it. Also, we do have a darker color. Like it is darker than the first one. This still actually feel quite light. And it's very, very pretty indeed. Your cup is ready. Let's see, Hakisumi is doing quite fine. We're working on a side project, basically creating a world for VR chat. Oh, nice. I love it. Also want to create worlds in VR, but it's so... It's a lot. It's a lot. It does have an aroma. Actually, it does actually. Ooh, yes. Now there's there's a sour note popping up. I like the plum indeed. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on in the mouth. It's really nice. I see what you mean. This is really good. I also love how it feels in the mouth. It does linger in the mouth as well. Yes, it's a little bit more bitter indeed, but not in an unpleasant way. It's more like the regular tea bitter, but there's also this hint of sourness popping up like the plum. But also a specific sweetness that I would describe as milky. And I also understand why my husband says peachy, because I think that's the sweetness, is like the freshness of a peach or something. Plum is always kind of more on the sour side, but there's also like I also experience a little bit of the peachiness that he just explained. I think a little bit of both actually. I'm going to enjoy and reading the chat for a minute because I saw Coastbart having a big message. Wait up. 1860s. Yeah, the Viennese winter ball. In the meantime, I'm just tasting. So many gorgeous gowns. I can imagine. A sissy star gown. Oh, like a light creamy silk gown with swoosh like no tomorrow. Oh, I love it when dresses do that, when you're dancing especially. And you Ludwig the second outfit. Love it. I can imagine when you remove your shoes that it's like you're totally done. To Sonic Phone, it's Viennese, so not from Vietnam, but Vienna. Vienna, like I think that's closer to Switzerland, I think. Hakisume, it is a journey, and back in the day I worked as a level designer, so it's nice escape to past for me. I can imagine how fun it could be to create those kind of worlds. You have to have a tea with natural orange oil, and as long it's a nature vibe aroma, like fruits, not like potpourri. I didn't still notice there's a little bit of this sweetness laying around. You can also feel it a little bit more, like on this area of the throat. It really lingers, actually. It's fun, but I think it's more fun to hear people actually like them. You mean the worlds that you make? Yeah. I also think, like, do you like creating the worlds for people, or you're also creating the world that you would like to see? Like, or maybe that is in a fantasy, or because sometimes I have environments in my dream and I'm like, how would I explain this to someone? And wouldn't it be fun to showcase this with other people? And then I'm like, yeah, my dream worlds are a little bit crazy, so yeah, I think my weekend was actually very easy. Friday I went to the hairdresser, had my curly cut. So, but my hair is actually still long. I think it's still. Let's see. Yes, it's still long. I didn't chop off. It's still up to there, I think. So yeah, my hair is still long, even though I went to the hairdresser and got like 10 centimeters removed or something. I have no idea. And I went to the city with my mom because she's not feeling very well mentally. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have our favorite little lunch together, which is a bagels and beans. And I think it did her well to be out all day, even although it was cold, because my mom hasn't been going out for, I think, quite a period right at the moment, like a couple of weeks. So she's really feeling mentally very well. So taking her out on a little lunch is really, I think it did her well. We also stayed there for dinner. And the day after was the birthday of my little niece. So at first we went to Joe's mom, help her out a little bit on the house chores, and then we went to the birthday party. And I also tried whiskey tea. I almost forgot to mention that one. I'll talk about it in a minute. But that was actually very strange to taste. That was very weird. Yeah, whiskey tea. You heard me. Whiskey tea. I kid you not. It was. My brother is like very into whiskey, and sometimes he's a little bit too much into whiskey. So he's sometimes like, yeah, I kind of want to quit, but I don't know how, and stuff like that. And a friend of mine, who also drinks a lot of tea, received a little package to try. And basically, what it is, they use the wood, the wood. Let's see, the caskets where the whiskey is in. They use the wood parts of that casket, and they put that part in a tea bag. So basically, you're drinking. It's not like real tea because there's no. I haven't seen tea leaves in it. Basically, it was just a lot of wood in there, and you have to steep it for 10 minutes, which is quite long, and it's often also when you have herbal teas, it's also like 10 minutes. So And the family was sitting over there, and I wanted to give this cup to my brother and a cup for me, just, you know, share together. But his cup went through everybody's nose. Everybody was like, oh, what kind of tea? What kind of tea? Everybody was sniffing. They were like, I do smell whiskey. I do smell whiskey. I do smell... Most of them smelled like burned wood. And some of them actually had that whiskey aroma to it. When my brother was tasting it, he was like, well, I actually taste more like burnt wood. Not the whiskey itself, but he did like the taste. And I myself tasted the second batch, which is a lot lighter, of course, because it was just one tea bag. And I must admit that I too had that burnt wood note, but also there was a specific sweetness to it that reminds me of the whiskey. So, and that was actually very interesting to see. I can check if I can share a link. Let me check if I can. They actually have 3 flavors, which is whiskey, rum, and cognac. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I think it's this one. Yeah. So that was a very interesting tea. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, why is suddenly my chat doing weird? Wow. Let's see. What was I? I do things for myself. Firstly, I want to create things to express myself. Yeah, so that's always good. Yeah, as a creator, I also have that feeling. If you create something, but if someone likes it, your creator's heart is like warming up. Like, yeah, you kind of feel like falling in love or something. It's like your heart beats and it's like, oh, someone likes my stuff. It really warms up. Tula says, your hair gives princess vibe. Thank you. So, shall we? I really like how it smells. Okay, that's the teapot. Oh, this is fun. Wait up. I love to try to smell from different materials. So for my cups, I do have more of a milky kind of smell to it. The glass also more to the sweet and milky side. From the teapot itself, you mostly still have that little sourness note to it. So let's make another cup. Yeah, I'm also excited to see how many brews I can get out of this one. Although, like I said, my teapot is a bit on the bigger side. So, I have no idea. 5 grams on a teapot, I think it's 150 milliliters, so we are going on the big side. We got 1 minute just passed. If I look to the clock, leave it in a little bit longer. A couple of seconds. wow, the leaves. Ooh. I'll show the leaves in a few seconds. Tea's ready. Wow, it's a big leaf. Wow. Okay. We have big leaves. So that's some big leaves in there. You enjoy? This is just 10 euros for 50 grams. Mm. Hmm? Why, you like it? Okay. Smells so good, right? Really smells good. Mm. Wow. I think if I would brew this one in a smaller gaiwan, it would give a bigger kick to it. But I like how it really tastes. I think I like my teas a little bit on a lighter side, but I also like it a lot, like how it stays in the mouth. But I am kind of curious, so maybe I should just buy a bag because it does taste good. Thank you so much for this recommendation. It's like I put it on my notes, and my husband just asked me like, how much would 500 grams cost us? I really like how there is sweetness to this one, but in a way that's so like I have not tasted something like this before. Something that has a sour note, keeps it quite sweet actually. 95. Wow. Well, I'll just start with the 10-euro version. I mean, I still need to go to Japan and pay my study. Ooh. Well, cheers on that one. I really just like how this tea unfolds. It's like a soft journey. That's how I would describe it. Like a soft journey. You have there's sweetness to it, there's some sour notes to it. The second cup did had a bitter to it, but not in an unpleasant way. So I need to buy the Longjing Westlake Longjing green tea, and I also need to buy this one. Oh my god. I still haven't been able to put all the tea that I bought from Amsterdam Tea Festival. I still haven't been able to give those things a spot. I was actually thinking about buying a cabinet to put over here because, I do have space. If I would remove 2 boxes, then I would have space. I always remove them before I start the stream. but it would be a very good reason to remove those boxes forever. Put something over here like a tea cabinet or something to put my teaware in, because in this room it's colder. This room often gets like 15 degrees, so I think that might be a bit on the cold side for tea. But if I can remove my teaware in here, then I can put the tea in the cabinet. Oh, thank you so much! I'm always interested in tea. Give the little bags. Really, I just keep sniffing on this one. It smells so good. Wow. Sometimes you have this tea in front of your nose and you cannot stop whiffing it because it smells so good. And this is one of those teas that smells so good you keep whiffing on it. Can see if we can get you close up a little bit. Oh no, puer still broke off again. Wait up, wait up. Oh, where is it? Over there. And little Puer's tail just broke off again. Now she looks like Lelie without the tail, so I can reglue it on her again, but yeah, we're gonna have to do this after the stream, but now we have a Lelie. It was already, it broke already the first time, so not the first time using, but it already broke one time. So I think it was just gonna happen again. I think I just have to get rid of the glue parts first and then glue it on again. Wait. I'll leave this to the side. Glue Puer's tail back again after the stream. So I think we had this fourth brewing. The first, which the second was a bit stronger. Third. So this was the fourth brewing in quite a big teapot. So I am curious to what's going to happen for a fifth one. And I think because it's going to be the fifth one, we're also going to go for longer. I think 2 minutes. And let's see what's happened after with the 2 minutes. By the way, I'm using 95 degrees temperature. Let's go. By the way, Tula, you didn't like your 2014 Silver Needle, right? Are you also going to make a batch of white tea? Here I am drinking oolong, and you guys are drinking white. White tea is so good though. It's very, very, very good for your health. You don't, as though you're making it. Oh. Sometimes you just have to get yourself through the cake and... I have to with a few shank pours that I have. I'm like, how am I gonna finish this? And I'm like, well, make it Western style brewing, because then I'm okay with the taste. But otherwise, if I brew it going through style, then it's too much for me. I think we are almost at a 2 minute. You only have enough for a small pot. Then 2021. Yeah, I can understand. Ooh. I like how the color of this tea goes. It's still a very light color. Like a golden color. And to show you the color. Still a very beautiful gold color. Yeah, like whiskey, indeed. Like a whiskey color. I can promise you it doesn't taste like whiskey and it doesn't smell like whiskey. Tea is ready. Yeah, kitchen skill is so annoying to use for tea. So we have our 5th brewing. Aroma is still there. It's if I have to debate with you, it has an aroma and it also has a hair inside of don't know why. It has aroma. And still a good taste to it. Still a very good taste to it. The milkiness is mostly in the... I think the first 3 cups is mostly in there. It gets a bit more fruity. I think it gets a bit more fruity now. So I'm really curious on what's going to, you know, happen. Hello, gorgeous! Hello, gorgeous! Hello! I broke off her toe again. Hi, gorgeous! Come say hi! Come say hi! Aimi! Oh, okay. Cat with tail is Aimi. Let's see. Wow, yeah, indeed. Oh. Gorgeous. No, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hi. Oh. The scissors and the makeup brush, the perfect tea accessories. Actually, it's not a makeup brush, it is a tea brush. I know it looks like a makeup brush, but it isn't. And you often use it to clean items. So often you use it to brush your tea into the teapot so it gets its shine. But I also use it sometimes to clean between, if there are tea leaves between these edges, then I also use it to clean it. And the scissors is basically to open up packages when they are still closed. And I also have my spoon that I bought with a little cat on it. And this is used to get my tea into the teapot, or if I want to take some leaves out and show to you guys. There are actually more official ones. And also, fun fact, this was actually part of my cat's drinking fountain. And you should put earth in it and then some seeds and you would grow cat grass. But it's actually a very nice item to hold your items. So, Let's, put all things together. Let's see. Need some ice cubes. Ice cubes for my tea. That's also a fun one, by the way. When we often go for our bubble tea, I always ask for warm bubble tea. Like you have the machine, you put on I say warm bubble tea, and then there's always the option no ice, less ice, or regular. And I'm always like, I just clicked on warm. Why would you put the ice cubes on there? And I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I would accidentally push the button like, oh, I want ice in my warm drink. Oh. Ice cube addicted. No, I'm not. I'm totally not. Actually, I think ice cubes are nice, but sometimes I do it because it waters down the drink a little bit, and that's how I like the ice cubes. But otherwise, I don't use it to keep them cool or something. Tea is steeping. Nice. Bottoms ups to you, Hakisume. Your cat also paid you a visit. No, I just accidentally butchered his name. Sorry. It's Hakisume. Hakisume. Now if I keep thinking about it, it's like then I'm going to make mistakes, so let's go for our 6th brewing. Yeah, I know you don't mind. I know I can pronounce it correctly. And sometimes when I talk too fast, I'm like, bleh. Things happen. Always like how there's always a friend, Superior Jimmy, who butchers my name just to tease me. Instead of Kimbind, he says Kimbinet. And I was like, why not? So let's go for 2 minutes again. On the 6th brewing. On a big teapot. So can you imagine when you go on a smaller guy one, you can probably even go for a lot more steepings than what I'm probably doing now. How is your white teas? Hakisume, which white tea do you have? Fujian white. Nice. I don't think white tea can be done bad or something. It's also something that's always good. I have not had a bad white tea yet. You just never know. Ooh, break the bank. 300 grams cake. I wanted to buy a cake, but it was sold out, so I was not able to do it. Oh, nice. My mom told me that after she brewed, it tasted bad. Hello, Centeria. I think she used indeed boiling water and that steeped it because white tea is asking for like a lower temperature and also not a long steeping as well. Although last week we had was Lelie Longjing green tea, and I used 85 Celsius degrees, I think, if I remember correctly. And I asked the lady of Chamus how she would prepare it, and she said, "Oh, you could actually go for 90 degrees if you want to." So I think if you have a good tea, then you can. I think you can do that, but I'm always still a bit careful on that side. Tea's ready. Then should I also say hi, Jenny? And Jenny should also come and join the tea stream. You just search for tea and arrived. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for searching that and clicking on me. Last time when I tried to search something for tea, I could not find anybody yet. So my husband is the hand. He doesn't come on my stream, but with his face, but always tasting in the background. We are on our 6th brewing with Gao Shan, and it still tastes amazing. We had 2 minutes now, but it is getting light. Still fine, but it is getting light. I think a good 7 to 8 brewings with this teapot and this amount is good. I think if you use this 5 grams amount on a smaller gallon and with smaller cups, I think you can get even 12 out of it. Let's see my chat. Akisume, usually use 70 or 80. And then steep it for 1 or 3 minutes, depending on the amount of leaves. Yes, that's a good one. Cheers to the man behind the camera. Yeah, I can understand your message, no problem. It's like, I really want to drink green tea for the health benefits, and I'm chugging this down. This is so... Oh. Is he preparing it maybe also too hot? Because I noticed when you prepare green tea too hot, because taste becomes so bad. It's just, then it really becomes bad. And Centeria says, I've been on the tea journey for the last few years as well. Oh, also read 2 books on tea. I do have a tea book, and I must admit I still haven't been reading much of it, to be very honest. But I always do like to go around a little bit and see what kind of teas they have in that book, which is very interesting. I most of the time use the flavor wheel a little bit, but I haven't got any further than 3 basics of the tea, like plant basics. But for me, this journey is like, I started, I think, in June. I started in June with, June 2025. Oh, hi there, gorgeous. This is my cat, Aimi. No, this is, the one with the tail is Aimi. The one without the tail is Lelie. No, she's just fat. She's just fat. Um, I went to the vet this week. But she is very healthy. So we checked everything. The only downside that she had was a little bit with her bladder because she is an old cat. She has some bladder problems. So we noticed this week that she had some things going on, and we decided to have her checked up again, and also some medication for the pain. And I was at the vet, and then she told me like, well, we could do a senior checkup, and that also contains the bladder inspection. I said, you know what, get it in there because I want my girl to be healthy. I just want to know what's going on with her. And I will receive some of the test results next week, and I'll also receive the blood results this week. This week already, and her blood was totally fine. No sickness in there, no problems with thyroid or anything like that. So I just have to wait for the bladder inspection. What comes out of that one, and she probably needs some medication. Thank you for your follow. Thank you, and welcome to the club. So we do have still have to wait for some medication on that one, but she needed to check the bladder and see what type of medication she needs, because otherwise it's just pumping full of medication. But she did lose a little bit of weight, and that's a good thing. But yeah, she is chunky, and I must admit that she is a British Shorthair. British Shorthair cats are quite round and chunky, but yeah. Thank you, I made the animation. Hello, Resetter. Yeah, Aimi is like having a tea baby. Jenny just starting with me and the studio desk with 2 different cups of tea and snacks. She just mind blown and says Sonic Boom. King has arrived. Yes. But yeah, my tea journey started last year in June when I started with the tea streaming and just trying different types of tea. And just getting into the journey, like how to taste them. But to be better at it, I should do this I should do this daily or more often throughout the week. But throughout the week, I just feel not always doing it this style. So I still need to see if there is a bit more of a easier and quicker way to do it when I'm behind my desk or something. Just have this easier setup. But sometimes I also like to have this mini setup in the living room and just sitting on this poop that I'm sitting on right now and just having this little moment for myself. So yeah, sometimes I do it, but not always. Yeah, I'm a tea toddler. I'm not a tea baby anymore, but more like a tea toddler. Oh, how long? Yeah, you have a long steep. Cheers. Let's also make another brewing, which would be our 7th brewing. So we are going to go for, I think, 2.5 minutes. Clock says it's 5.5 at my side. In the meantime, get some water in there. Yeah, I do. I have, let's see, I can probably show you with the webcam. Well, I have a tea kettle, and with this button, I can have it on a specific temperature. Um, and keep it on that temperature. It's also a gooseneck, so that is a slower pouring. But it's a very nice way to keep track on how hot the water is. I would love to have those kettles that you just have brewing water, boiling water all the time, and it's very nice and very aesthetically pleasing. But I think for these kind of tasting settings, it's actually very nice to have the temperature already set, and don't have to think about it, which is very nice and very handy as well. But it's also the thing with this gooseneck is you have to use filtered water, because of otherwise you would get this lime scale into this water cooker. I really don't like cleaning that one, so I just always use filtered water on this one, which I get through this system. So I just fill it up with water, and then it gets through the system in here, this white thing, and then I have filtered water. So that's why I don't really often do it. Don't really do a lot of brewing sessions, because I have to get this tea kettle out and that kind of stuff, and I'm a bit lazy on that one. And yes, I did taste the difference in water actually. In the beginning I used regular tap water, and since I'm using filtered water, I am able to taste more of these layers of the tea. I mean, tap water is not bad, don't get me wrong. Tap water is just a good way to start, and in the Netherlands the tap water isn't so bad. But I did notice the difference, especially with green tea. With oolongs. That oolongs with complex flavors, if you use filtered water, you can get those complexity out of it. So you can really taste different layers throughout different brewings, which is very interesting. Tea is ready. Don't think my husband hear me. One moment, I'm just gonna yell. I thought I'd just turn off the mic for a second before I start yelling. Oh, but oh, maybe she doesn't like the new things, or let's see. So we are on our 7 brewing, I think. Ooh, this tea is still going on. I'm amazed by this one. Mag niet op een lege maag. I think I can get one more out of it, because it becomes very light. The smell that you have from the package is still there in the tea, but it's getting light. I'm just gonna enjoy a little longer. Let's see. Yes, I have the gooseneck. Wait, that's not really visible. So this is a very, very thin area. This is the gooseneck. And because of that, you get this very nice pour. It's actually quite slow. Smart lazy, yeah, because I don't want to clean a gooseneck thing from lime scale. I think that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Let's see. Sanitaria. At work, water quality is way worse than at home. What you could do if you are able to, are you able to make tea on your work? Then maybe you can take some water from home, or maybe buy some water bottle on the way to your work. So this way you can brew a better tea. But it's annoying to take these kind of things with you all the time. Yes, send me your picture, Hakisume. My chronic illness thanks you for the muted yell. You're welcome. pH value of the water influences the taste. Yes. It's I must admit that I like, for Maofeng first grade green tea, I like my tap water because it makes the tea a bit softer and a bit sweeter. If I use filtered water, that green tea becomes very hard on the palate. But last time that I had the Longjing green tea, I only used filtered water, and that one stayed very soft and sweet. So I think it can also depend a little bit on the tea itself. And eventually you might find out which one you like better in that case. For example, I do have a very big jar of the Maofeng green tea. So I know, I can just use regular tap water, no problem. So I would be able to take that tea to work, for example. But I wouldn't dare that to use my beautiful white teas and then use tap water. That's a no. I done that before, settled for cheaper tea at work. I can understand. It can be a hassle. Now let's go for the smell of this one. It still smells very, very strong. So, Tula, to go into the debate if this one has aroma, yes it does. Also when it's tea, when it's liquid. So not only the tea leaves, but also the tea itself. It does have aroma. Let's see if I can. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's see. Do still have a very heavy. Wow, am I getting tea drunk again? We do have big leaves on this one. Place it on my hand, and you can see probably the size of it. And we have a Lelie, the one without a tail. Another cat. Smell. Yeah. Yeah. So, also very nice how big these leaves are. I know it's a bit difficult to see it in the teapot itself, but hey, hello, girl. I cannot turn my back like that, girl. I cannot turn my back like that. Oh dear, and the other cat is in the other corner. They don't really like each other, so this is gonna be fun in the background. Girls, please love each other, don't fight. Be nice, be kind. Yeah? Okay, girl. No? Okay, bye. Okay, bye. So, let's see. The chat. Centeria, which books do you have? Which tea books do you have? Tula. On the website it says as a note vanilla. Do I taste vanilla? No. No, I have not tasted vanilla. I think what I meant with what I tasted as milky, because I did taste like a milky to it, and my husband more like a peach. I think maybe that's why they say vanilla, because milky can have that vanilla kind of taste to it, but I think that's the reason that they might have said vanilla. To me, no, I did not taste the vanilla. Let's see, Centeria. I read that calcium and magnesium also affected. Where the higher the calcium, the more it masks the deeper layers of tea. Where higher magnesium can enhance it. Ooh. Wow, it's so... This is something that's very interesting with tea. It can be very simple as just tea, teaware, and water. And it can be as difficult as different water, different teaware. The way that the tea is processed, and the way you are pouring the water, the way you are pouring it into the cups, it becomes a difficult story again. So that's why I think with the tea, it's I think for everyone it's a very personal journey on what they want to experience and how deep they want to experience parts of it. Because when I went to a tea festival, I had someone who's been doing this for more than 20 years, and he was very, like, he was just pouring water and just going, and the water was boiling, and it was like, he said, like, I always boil my water, I just put boiling water on it, and I look at my tea, at what it does. And all of the cups he served tasted amazing. And I also know someone else is doing like a lot of things, like the 5 different ways of pouring water on your tea leaves make it different again, and all your teaware makes it different again. And it almost is like, it's fun for me, it's fun to experience it, to see, like, is it really such a big difference? Then the big question to yourself is, would that fit your philosophy? Would that fit your style? If you're very into the performance and perfection, what side would you pick? Would you pick like how you pour the water, and that way it would, prepare your tea with it? Or would you really decide to have the perfect cups over there and the perfect water? And I don't know, I most of the time drink it by myself, but in this case I always say I think I make a good cup if I really like it. And that's a very important one for me. But with all those different steps, it's almost like scary to brew a pot of tea for someone else. And I'm like, no, it should actually be fun to brew it for someone else, because this way you can experience different flavors. Like last time I did with Tula, she had her tea ready on her side, and I had the tea ready on my side, and we're like, okay, tell me how you would brew this. And this way I would experience like how Tula would make her tea. And it was better than how I did it. So I learned something from someone else. Well, probably the websites also state something else. So I think this way you can experience someone's tea flavor profile, and then decide like, oh, I like this one. Or, I mean, some people like very strong tea. Yeah, it was so much fun. Classic milk oolong from the mountains of Taiwan. The aroma is uncomparable, creamy like vanilla. Ah, okay, yeah. I don't smell the aroma of vanilla. And very fragrant. Yes, that lady is very fragrant. Reminiscent of delicate plum and mango notes. Mango. In this case, I would say peachy. Like plum and peachy. Tropical scents and a creamy aroma. An incredible tea rich in velvety. I think that's what I experienced, the velvety of it. One of the best milk oolongs ever. Okay, this is my second one, but for now, yes, this is definitely yes. The Tea Enthusiast Handbook and the other book, Tea History Terroir Varieties. Ooh, I think. Wait up. I'll show you my book. I'm going to stick this one in the meantime. I'm gonna let a long steep on this one. It's now 5.22. So give me a sec. I also have two books. Ooh. One is the third edition Tea History Towards Variety. I think you also have this one, right? Oh. Yeah, exactly. This one is I really like this one. It has so much information. Very, like, a lot of information, actually. How simple tea can be and how difficult at the same time. And also, if you like reading, this one was also a very good one. The Cha Dao. This one tells a fun, and actually tells the fun stories about how simple it can be, actually. So the stories about people traveling around and getting the perfect cup of tea, the perfect water, and the perfect ratio, and then he finds almost like a beggar-looking kind of person, and he just uses teaware that he has laying around, like, why not? And just has good water. He just boiled that stuff and made his perfect cup of tea that he ever tasted. So how funny it is that someone who's on a journey, who found the perfect way of tea, gets to a person who makes it so simple he almost didn't dare to drink it. And that's a very fun story to think about. Like I said, like, how difficult tea can be and how easy it also can be. Yeah. It's a very, very interesting book as well. Both of them are, actually. This is a 3-minute. My cat is not feeling very well, so I am not gonna stream much longer. If you see me running to my cat, it's because she isn't feeling so well, so I'm going to check up on her later again. So what does Aimi have? Aimi, because she is an old cat, she has probably a bladder or a bacteria in her bladder system. So that's why we have to check the bladder part. Ooh. I like, this is the 8th one, and there's still these tea particles in there. I haven't seen that happening, by the way. And what happens is she runs from her. We have 2 big toilets for the cats, and she runs from one to the other, and she keeps going and she keeps going. So it means, like, she has a problem with peeing. And I just can hear her like running around again. And also my husband just said like she's doing it again. So just keeping an eye on her. Tea is ready. Oh, this is my cup. Volgens mij heeft ze net dingen lopen vegen. Enjoy. This is like I think this is a 3-minute steeping right now, from what I saw from the time. And still, there's still a lot of aroma going on, so... No? How about my cup? No? You're not in for a cup of tea? You're in for pets. Lovely tea. Gil, you're earthquaking the table. You're earthquaking the table. Run, girl, run! Oh, you're still leaning to black teas. What are your favorites? I am more of an oolong type and white teas. Let's see. Can you tell more from the guy with the boiling water at the tea festival? Or was that it what you took from him? Was so fascinating when you told it. This is Sergi from Mochai. Also the one that actually organized the tea festival. And it was so interesting to see how he was... There were questions like, would you brew something like a different temperature or something like that? He was like, no, I just use boiling water. And he has so much experience with tea that he understands how to prepare it correctly. I think that's something... I mean, he has more than 20 years experience. He also lived in China for a while. So I think he learned so much on the go that therefore he can use boiling water by just seeing the tea leaves and I'm like, oh, I just probably need to steep it like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, or 30 or something like that. He probably also knows how to pour it maybe like on the sides or not on the sides. So I think it's more of his experience on how to make it, or maybe he has he also has tasted so many teas, so he probably also knows like all of them are gonna be good. But I believe he also is more of the type for strong teas, so I think that's why he used the boiling water method. So if you're like me and in for more lighter teas, I think temperature is a thing actually. The Jianhong Mao Feng black tea is immensely tasty. It's the Chinese variety of tea, which makes the tea have the sweeter honey like ooh. Ooh, that sounds good. Jianhong Mao Feng. Jianhong Mao. That sounds good. Let me check one. I don't think I have this one. Although I might actually have. Wait up. Let me get my big tea box. the name does. The name says the name does ring a bell. I think that's not the one. Ah no. I was thinking about it like. No, I almost thought I might have had it, but it's Mao Xiang Hong Cha. It's not the one you were talking about. And Charlie Jing Hao Hong Cha. Also not the one. These are my greens still left. No. I thought I had it, but apparently I don't. Let's see. Since I know you're Dutch, I get it from the Eenhoorn, a great tea store in Kampen. Ooh. Are you also from the Netherlands? Let's see. Yes, I think boiling water is also good for new teas because the tea can't hide itself. Yeah, it's boiling water is you know, I'm gonna make the last steep and then I'm gonna do the dishes on the stream. I am going to pour a little bit of water in this. Still have some. Should be enough. I think it should be enough. We're gonna put this one on 100. There we go. From a small town called Deventer. That's a long journey. I'm from Zoetermeer. Sweet Lake City. Wow. I think I might have been there, but or I was close to there. Let's see. It's more that side. Yeah, I'm most of the time I like to go to the not the niet de Nationale Park Veluwe. Yeah, well, yeah, I like to go to the Veluwe zone most of the time when I go for hiking. So, and that's a little bit more downwards. Back in the time, I did go to Almelo for conventions. See, have I been in the? I have only been once in Apeldoorn, but not close in that area. No. I do see you have a national park, Salense Heuvelrug, close by. Close by. I just do it like this. Yes, it was AnimeCon. Yes. I also went to Abenai. Also. I think wasn't Abenai back in the days? It was. I believe it was in Enschede. If I'm correct, it was very, very back in the day. Not a lot of people know about AnimeCon when I say Almelo, so did you go there? I have no idea how long this has been steeping. I just keep it a little bit longer. After this brew, I'm going to do the dishes on the stream. I always like to do clean my gear up. Let's see if I can get. The water's already out. That's good. Ooh, I think Den Haag was one of the better locations, to be honest. Almelo was very nice. It was a very big theater hotel. But I must admit that I like the location in The Hague. Yeah, they moved, and I disliked it the most when they were in Rotterdam, because in Rotterdam it was I always was a cosplayer before, and back then I didn't cosplay as much anymore, but I did notice a lot of the people around that area, but also the workers over there, were actually looking very strangely, and I wasn't cosplaying, but even I felt uncomfortable about it. That I actually said, like, guys, come on, don't do it over there anymore. It's uncomfortable. I mean, I did like the food court, but that's about it. Tea's ready. Last cup. But in Rijswijk it's okay. In Rijswijk it became more of a festival. It has something cozy, but it's different. It's very different. Last cup. Promise, this is really the last one. To this I'm going to do my dishes. Centaria is also from the Netherlands. Okay, I think... Don't know if this is the 9th one or the 8th one. The one before this one was definitely the last one, because what I have now is mostly water with a quick hint of the plummy kind of smell that we had before. And it really, like, it only does like and it becomes like water again. So the brew before this one was the last one. I need to dead steep. I need to do the dishes. You know what? I'm not completely dead steeping it then, but there we go. I pour half of the water in there. I'm gonna do... Yeah, let's do a 6 minutes brewing of this one. I put it to the side. I put my cup to the side. I'm just gonna do the dishes on these few items. Well, this is steeping. Need to get some water, because I'm not sure if I would have enough. Give me a second. Well, I'm at it. I can show you guys a little bit. Like, this is what the filter system does. So there's water in here. It gets through the filter system in there, and then the filtered water is getting to the bottom. Yeah, it is. It's a very easy system. And once I think I have to replace this one maybe after next week. But there's also on the top there's a little item that says how long my filter is going to last me. So it's now on 50%. So I think upcoming Sunday that will be 25%, and then I would have to get a new filter in there again. Yeah, the water in Zoetermeer is so. I had better water, to be honest. Then I cannot clean that one up yet, because I have a dead steep going on. But I can clean up my Gong Dao Bei. My husband's cup. See if I can get my filter a bit more clean. So what I'm doing now is partly doing the dishes. Just with boiling water. Because, for example, if you would have clay items, you cannot use anything, you cannot use any soap dish or stuff like that. So I was looking at it like, but how do they clean their items? And they said, just use boiling water. That's it. I was like, is that really enough? And they explained to me, like, if you use boiling water, it kills the bacteria. If you're going to use soap and stuff like that, it's going to get into the clay. So that's why you just have to use boiling water. Now, most of my items are ceramics, so I could actually, but I also have ceramics that have that crackling effect. So I noticed that back in the days when I did use dish soap on them, I did notice that some of the smell of the dish soap is getting in there. So it's like, I'll just use boiling water. Oh, this one I need later. Yeah, this one. This is my husband's cup. I'm also still testing out my my homemade tea cloth items. And I must admit, I still like them, so... You're lurking while cutting onions. Don't cry! Thank you for being in the chat, though. Oh, let's see. There we go. Yes, the filter is clean enough. Probably didn't even need the filter on this one because it was actually quite a tea that didn't become messy. So we got 40 seconds. Oh no! In the meantime, I'm just pumping out some of the water in here. Yes, it's still working. 10 seconds! I only filled this cup half, so that... Does that count as a dead steep for 6 minutes with only half of the pot? Does it count? Does it count? Oh, it does smell strong. Okay, you know what? Since I have to boil some water extra, I'm gonna leave it a little longer. There you go. Yeah, that's something I'm also struggling with because it's like, how long should we go? I always have to joke, like, make a dead steep. That means, like, if there's really no flavor on it, just let it there for 10 minutes. Yeah, but also, like, if they're curled up like little balls, they also need a little longer. And smaller tea sizes also need less, indeed. So that's I think the more you get into those tryouts to see, like, oh, how does it taste, the more you eventually figure it out. Like, I had this ball type of oolong, and I always know like, oh, the first steeping is going to need a little longer, or I know that the first brew is going to be very light. Either one of the two. Oh, the poor. Repair my teapot. Unfortunately. Yes, indeed. It's like the tea powders are. Eh. I don't know. I do drink. Still have a lot of tea bags going on at home, but and I drink them, but this is a whole different experience than the tea powders, to be very honest. And I also noticed that I started to collect a lot more loose leaf tea to put in my own tea bags, um, to still enjoy the quality. But I also like a good yogi tea, for example. There are mostly herbs and stuff like that in there. I am low-key offended when I offer loose leaf tea to guests and how they prefer tea bags. Yeah, but it's because a lot of people grew up with just tea bags. That's how we grew up in the Netherlands. Most of the time, we always had the English breakfast tea or Earl Grey and stuff. We always had tea bags. So a lot of people don't experience loose leaf tea, and they often think it's a hassle to put it in the tea bags and stuff like that. So I think it's more that they also don't know how the taste really becomes different. And when I had a gongfu cha session with my mom, I offered her green tea, and she always had those tea bags and always poured hot water on it, like boiling water on it. And she always said, "Yeah, well, green tea is a bit, it's so." Then I offered her the green tea that I do in the gongfu cha style, and she was looking at me. I was like, "Look, mom, this is a tea leaf. This is what tea is supposed to look like." And she was also tasting the tea, and she was like, "I'm hooked. Where can I buy this tea?" So she now also has a big jar of the Maofeng first grade green tea, and she doesn't use the tea bag, but she does have this easy like a sieve kind of thing to put the tea leaves in. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just doing it this way because I don't do gongfu cha," but she's doing it that way, and she's still eyeballing. And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm just using this." She said, "It's a bit difficult with my water temperature." And then I said, "Well, if the water is boiling and it's ready, just leave the kettle for like 3 minutes or something, or you can open up the lid, and then the temperature is a lot lower." And this way she enjoys her green tea like daily right now. Okay, we have a steep. We have a steep with a dark color right now. Tula! That's a darker color than I was expecting. I did not expect this color. Like, the whole time in this teacup, you couldn't really see much of the tea color, and I steeped this for, I think, I don't know, 12 minutes? I only, as you can see, it's only for 1 cup right now. So I think I got a good one. I love my tea strong. Yesterday I splurged and got a pu'er from 1987. Whoa, that's my birth year. Oh my god. That's a tea that's that's a tea that is 39 years old. I swear I'm crashing out if it's fatty soup again. It does not smell like fatty soup. Oh, you're also Chinese zodiac is a bunny. You're both bunnies. Fire bunnies. No, it's not a fatty tea soup. It is. It's not as milky though. I'm not fond of a dead steep on this one. Yo, could be bad parents. Oh my god. Okay, Hakisumi, thank you for also being in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. We are old. Yes, we are old. I think Nyoda is just the oldest in this chat. Hopefully see you next week. There is something like a bitter to it. The first thing that pops up in my mind. Oh yeah, you'll probably also see me tomorrow on my husband's stream. The first thing that pops up in my mind is something like a burning taste. It is not, but that's the first thing that pops up in my mind. And there's quite a bitter to it as well. So, with the 5 grams that we started with, I am gonna get you guys closer. '87 is a good year. Yes, it is. It was. Just 5. Look at this. 5 grams. We started out with just a little bit on this plate, but let's see if I can. Yes, there's even more coming out. There we go. I think we got most of it. Yes, we got most of it. So as you can see, a big pile of tea leaves. It is a very, very big pile. And we got some of the twigs with the leaves on. We got big leaves going on. Yes, it fits, it fits. It fits. Most of the time I always make it fit somehow. Feels like leather. Feels like good. Feels good. Wow, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I gotta put this one on. Put this on the side. And we have some last dishes to do. Washing the teapot is always the most difficult one. That's why most of the time I'm a Gaiwan brewing type of person. Okay, yep. Because Gaiwans are easier to clean. Whoop. There we go. By the way, today I used a different playlist. Wanted to try a different playlist for today's session, and I think it's still a very good playlist. It's soft. Did not have the very dramatic, dramatic thing popping up somewhere. Let's see. Gonna pour this. It's a good one, right? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this in as well. So it's a lovely one. There we go. Let's overflow it with water. It's my last bit of water. And I always like to clean my tea tray as well. My tea table. Just checking the spout if there is no tea leaves in there. There we go. I don't want any surprises next time I'm using it. Otherwise it's gonna be a very strange tea popping up. Leave the lid off so it can air a little bit, and let's see if we can. So I've been using this tea club before, and this one has been in the washing machine on 60 degrees, and it has also been in the dryer. And it almost feels like it is absorbing even better than last time. It is. It's already dry. There we go. It's already dry, and we still have some dry spots left. So, yay, it's getting better. Let's milk the tea tray a little bit. Oh, it's overflowing with water. Yeah, at first I was a little bit like, am I gonna do this on stream or not? But I also noticed that back in the time, a lot of more people popped in the chat, and I was like, yeah, it's like getting a little bit of the time to meet and talk with the people this way while I'm just doing the dishes and cleaning up. And of course, it's also part of the ritual. And I was like, I haven't seen it much online, and there were a lot of questions in my head, like, how do I clean it? How do I do this? And when I saw it one time on YouTube on how to clean it, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it on the stream as well, because there are also people in the chat still chatting with me, and sometimes new people pop up, and it's nice to have a little chat before you go. So yeah, indeed. Cotton it gets better the more after washing it a couple of times. It's just like towels. The first times, if you have new towels, they're not gonna do a lot. But after washing a couple of times and putting them in the dryer, they're gonna be perfect. And because it's 100% cotton, I was like, you know, it should be able to go into the dryer and high temperature washing. There's a big bowl of water underneath this table. I think this part is always taking the longest, is the water. Removing the water from the tray itself. So we are just gonna check that one a little bit. And this is something that I always wash with dishwash soap and a sponge, because this is plastic anyway. Yay! Who wants a bowl of tea? A big bowl. So, and of course we also have the bottom of this tea table that needs to be dried. And also the plus point of doing the dishes on the stream is it's already a lot of work to get all my items back, but they're cooling down at the moment, so that's a nice thing, because now after they cool down, I can put them in the cabinet back again. Well, that's still a tea ceremony, kid. I mean, a ceremony is it's not about the gear. I think it's more about the mindset. I mean, you have a guy one, you have your cups. That's more than enough. That's already it's already a kid. And look at what are you doing? Okay, this one has been soaked. A little extra wipey. There we go. What are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, it can be chunky. Yes, it can. Oh, you mean a cat, or because this one, the second cat, is also chunky, and she's also on the round side. I always call this the bowling ball. Come here, show your roundness. Because she has a smaller head, but her body is like a bowling ball. It's like, and really, she just get the normal food. We do weigh the food, and sometimes she steals some of the food from the other cat. But again, we just try to have a few grams of food for her, but she still became a fatty. I mean, she is really adorable, but it's also a oh yay, let's see ya. Oh dear, are you happy now? Are you happy now? Can I get it back or not? Can I have it back? Thank you. I bet you're going to slap it off again, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, she's allowed to do that. And I adopted her, my father adopted her in dierasiel, like a, I don't know, pet adoption place. And when my father passed away last year, we adopted this kitty, and she became more fat. I have really no idea. So everybody in this house gets fat, me and my husband included, which is having a very good life. But yeah, she's very cute. She's very very curious. She's very now that we adopted her, she's very cuddly. You lost weight, yeah, but when we lived here, we gained weight. Jumpy? No, not a jumpy. So, yeah, this is Lelie, and you know, that's why I made the joke that my poor kitty teapet is now also Lelie, because we're missing the tail. So we have no idea what happened to her. We have no idea what happened to her little tail. And also, she has this little bumpy part, I think, in her spine, but we have not been to the vet with her for a checkup yet because Aimi is taking a lot of time of it, a lot of money of it, actually, I should say it that way. But we still want to have a checkup for her as well to see if she's healthy. I think she's happy, but to check if she's healthy. So she caught a bird. Yes, she. And also, my husband is saying helicopter because she is using her tail in, like, when she's happy, she is making rounds with it, and it looks like a helicopter. There we go. We have clean teaware. We have a clean tea table again. We have a hippo. Lelie, we got yourself a new nickname. Instead of bowling ball, you're a hippo. You're just as round. I love that one. She's good. We're gonna keep this one. A hippo. Hippo cat. Hippo. What? Hippolelimus. Okay, we got our cat a new name. Instead of helicopter, we got Hippolelimus. Let's see if she reacts. Hippie. Hippie. Hippolelimus. Oh. Oh. Hippolelimus. No. She's waiting for her food. I love it. Anyway, I am going to close up the stream and I am going to order a Pokeball because it's Sunday again, and after tea sessions like this, I really want a Pokeball. It really feeds up, so we're gonna enjoy that one. Thank you so much for popping in the stream, Centeria. So welcome. And also, if you want to join my Discord channel, if you want to, I have a Discord channel. How do I put it? How do I put it in there? Joe, do you know how I put a Discord channel thingy in there? I know that I have it in my information box on my. No, I don't have that. I don't have that code in there. Wait, my husband can put the link in there. Thank you. Oh, that's my link tree, but there's also the Discord part over there if you want to join, of course. So feel free. It's a bit of everything. There is a lot of tea going on in there, but if you are in for hiking or anything like that, come join. If you want to, of course, feel free on that one. But again, thank you so much for popping by on the stream, everybody, and enjoying this session of tea with me. Tuna, thank you so much for sending this tea and this recommendation. And I have the link on my note, so I am going to grab myself the 50 grams on this one because it's lovely and it's tasty. Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys next week. I have no idea yet which one it's gonna be. If it's gonna be something of this box or if it's something from this box, maybe one of these boxes. I still have some green teas in this one. This is only Oolong, so that's gonna be a long Oolong session. I think I might grab a green one. Not sure yet, but... Or do you guys want to pick out a tea for me? It is fun if someone else picks a tea. Oh, I think... You know what? I'm gonna let you guys choose between 3 green teas. Okay. I'll let you guys choose between these green teas. Because I haven't tasted many green teas. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on the webcam. And you tell me which green tea we are gonna do next week. Is it gonna be the Lu Shuya, Jin Xuan Lucha, or the Liping Trash? Sorry, I am not good at pronouncing Chinese, so let me know which it's gonna be. I also have no idea about these teas, by the way. I only know there are all green teas. It does sound familiar, right? Should we try this one? Let's try this one, because if it sounds familiar, then we're just gonna try this one. So, the beeping che. I know that the Q is a chi sound, so chi xie, I think. We're gonna try that one. There we go. Next week we have a green tea again to try. So again, thank you so much for popping by. I am going to stop the stream, or at least go to the ending stream. So thank you so much for popping by. Hopefully see you next week as well. Bye bye, and thank you.